The story begins in a war-torn conflict zone, most likely located in the Middle East. Amidst the ruins and chaos, a group of American Special Forces soldiers are captured by a ruthless armed group. They are ambushed and held in a narrow, hidden location, then subjected to a series of brutal interrogations and physical torture. Among the captives is a female soldier named Wine, who is almost the next victim. However, Captain Jesse Freeman, the team leader, bravely diverts the captor's attention and asserts that Wine has no information. His act of protecting his subordinate only enrages the torturers. They then redirect their violence toward Jesse, electrocuting and beating him, yet he still refuses to speak. When the captors start to argue and become confused about what to do next, Jesse pretends to lose consciousness. They are fooled, unaware that Jesse is waiting for the right moment. Once an opportunity arises, Jesse rises and attacks them with precision. A fight breaks out in the cramped space. Thanks to his agility, Jesse manages to free two of his comrades and strikes back against the captors. However, the situation worsens when they discover the place is rigged with explosives. With no other choice, Jesse and his team must evacuate immediately. A massive explosion occurs as they attempt to escape, causing severe injuries to all team members, and only Jesse survives. Time passes. Jesse now leads a civilian life far from war. He lives with his beloved wife, Alicia, and their two children, Ryan and Mara. Though now working as a security officer at a basketball stadium owned by a professional team, Jesse still displays the high level of discipline from his military days. Unfortunately, his dedication to work leaves little time for his family. Alicia grows concerned and urges Jesse to become more involved in their children's lives, especially since Ryan and Mara's relationship has been strained.
Go!
Realizing the importance of his role as a father, Jesse decides to take his kids to visit his workplace, a modern stadium hosting a prestigious basketball match. On the day of their visit, the stadium is hosting a special game attended by important figures, including Mayor Christine, Governor Paul, and Diana, the new stadium owner, known for her wealth and influence. Hearing that famous people will be there, Mara becomes very excited.
Daddy, can we please meet her?
Yeah, dream on, Peter.
Stop.
Elsewhere in the stadium, Diana arrives with her partner, Millie, and both are welcomed by a crowd of media and fans. Meanwhile, Jesse takes Ryan and Mara on a tour of the stadium and introduces them to his boss, Devlin Montez, and a janitor named Gus. The children seem fascinated by what happens behind the scenes of the stadium.
Strategy does. Thank you, sir.
Cool! Jinx!
At the same time, the stadium's security team remains cautious about a group of suspicious people claiming to be Wi-Fi technicians. After inspection, they are allowed entry. Jesse then escorts Ryan and Mara to their seats, but a commotion arises due to two rowdy spectators. Jesse has to intervene to maintain order, temporarily leaving Ryan and Mara alone. In another part of the stadium, Diana arrives in the VIP lounge with Millie, Governor Paul, and Mayor Christine. They thank Diana for her contributions to the stadium. However, behind the cheerful atmosphere, a group of infiltrators disguised as Wi-Fi technicians, led by a man named Job, have sabotaged the security system and planted bombs at several critical points.
And I move with a thorough crew since the OD. My hometown wouldn't get barrels, my bow and arrow was a kid.
They even change into security uniforms to avoid suspicion. The basketball game begins, and Job and his team start eliminating real security officers, creating hidden chaos throughout the stadium. Meanwhile, Ryan and Mara remain unaware of the danger and continue enjoying the game. In the VIP room, the guests relax and enjoy the event.
Let's roll. Assholes.
Honestly, that's what you should really be proud of, Diana.
Jesse works hard to identify the infiltrators and prevent an explosion, but Job and his team manage to enter the VIP room pretending to be security. Job acts like a huge fan of Millie and pretends to steal from Diana, but tension escalates when he pulls out a gun. Governor Paul's attempt to reason with him fails, and Job shoots him dead. Everyone in the room is shocked and terrified. While the game continues, Ryan is excitedly watching, but Mara asks many questions about their father working at the stadium. Feeling ignored by Ryan, Mara decides to find the restroom and accidentally enters the security office, where she sees real security officers injured by Jobs' group. Before she can escape, Mara is captured and taken away to prevent her from telling anyone. Elsewhere, Job forces Diana to transfer a large amount of money, about $1 billion, then instructs his subordinate, Gamma, to destroy the stadium's communication system.
Why don't you cut me some slices?
Jesse panics when he realizes his daughter is missing. He blames Ryan for not looking after his sister. When Jesse finds a tracker on Mara's VIP badge, he activates it to locate her. However, Job and his team notice the tracker and use it to frame Jesse. Some manipulated security officers begin attacking him. Though reluctant to hurt his colleagues, Jesse defends himself and defeats them with his combat skills.
Yeah, you're the only one that I know.
After proving his innocence, Jesse is helped by Gus, who notices something odd about the new security guards. They go to the security hub, but the place is already taken over by Jobs' group. Jesse and Gus hide, and Jesse realizes the group has advanced automatic weapons, indicating they are highly organized and dangerous.
You guys are assholes! Fuck it.
Elsewhere, Mara manages to outsmart Omega and tries to escape, but she is recaptured. She hides in the VVIP room. Diana finally realizes that Job was once a CIA agent dismissed for killing a Muslim family he accused of terrorism. Diana reveals this, which infuriates Job and prompts him to threaten her.
You resulted in the destruction of my life. All I'm trying to say is, you.
Meanwhile, Jesse and Gus confront Gamma, who is planting a bomb. After a fierce fight, Jesse defeats him. When asked about Mara's whereabouts, Gamma says everyone will die when the game ends, then shoots himself.
This is a ping pong bomb, and it's disarmed.
Jesse immediately disarms the bomb Gamma planted. With the immediate threat neutralized, Jesse and Gus focus on rescuing Mara and the hostages. In the VIP room, Job becomes increasingly enraged by memories of his lost family due to the government's actions. Diana worsens the tension by saying his family left him because of his own faults. Job then forces Diana to choose between saving Millie or Mayor Christine.
You're gonna choose. This guy ain't trying to die!
The situation changes when Diana finally transfers the requested money. Job tries to contact Gamma but is shocked when Jesse answers. Job sends his men to kill Jesse and becomes worried that Gamma might be dead. Omega appears, bringing Mara to the VIP room. Meanwhile, Jesse reunites with Ryan and tells him to stay put for his safety.
I want to help you look for her.
I'll be back, son.
Jesse and Gus begin a dangerous mission to find the remaining bombs.
You know they always write that bomb. I know we like to knock it down, so you gotta push me like a crazy lady bomb.
In the VIP room, Mara remains calm despite Job's threats and confidently says her father will save her. Jesse tries to trigger the evacuation alarm from the announcement room but is attacked by Job's men.
It's a bomb. Would you like to see how it works? The arena security has been taken over by outside hostiles.
No! Please, no! No!
He survives, but his colleague, Bane, is shot and killed. Amid the chaos, Jesse meets Diana again, who turns out to be his boss. Shortly after, Devlin appears and points a gun at Jesse, revealing that he is part of Job's team. Jesse is shocked and disappointed but quickly disarms him and defeats him.
Mara!
He uses Devlin's device to intercept communications and successfully deceives Job. Upon learning that Mara is with Job, Jesse moves quickly.
How old are you?
Almost 11.
So you're not gonna tell us
You leave her alone.
Relax, Miss Smart.
She's got a smart mouth.
I'm a huge fan, by the way.
That's Miss Smart's job.
I told you he was a badass.
Job, learning Jesse is a former Special Forces soldier, becomes fearful and starts yelling at Mara. He orders Omega to bring Ryan as leverage. However, Ryan refuses and stays put as his father instructed. Jesse successfully traps and defeats Job's men.
Where's my daughter?
He forces Omega to reveal Mara's location before killing him. With Gus, Jesse devises a strategy and chooses an unconventional route to surprise the enemies. Gus, familiar with the stadium layout, finds there's still one bomb undiscovered.
How did he do it?
In the VIP room, Job prepares to detonate the bomb with a remote trigger, but Jesse suddenly bursts through the window. Job remains calm and presses the detonator, but the bomb doesn't explode because Gus has already disarmed it. Jesse wastes no time and quickly eliminates Job's men.
What happened?
However, Job manages to escape with Mara. Jesse chases him through the panicked crowd after the explosion. His wife, Alicia, hears about the blast and rushes to the stadium. The final battle between Jesse and Job ensues. Ryan watches from below.
At least I figured that out.
Mara! Daddy!
Though Jesse initially dominates, he begins to struggle until Job nearly wins. Mara bravely kicks Job but is thrown aside.
Jesse gets back up and saves his daughter.
As the situation escalates, it turns out Job has a bomb strapped to his body. Diana appears and points a gun at him. Job assumes Diana won't shoot, but she does. Jesse seizes the moment to kick Job, and the bomb explodes in the air without harming anyone. The film ends happily with Jesse and his family safe and the stadium saved. Diana offers Jesse the position of head of security, but he declines to spend more time with his family. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy, hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. You should watch the full movie. Thank you very much for watching.